Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iqmal Afifi bin Muhammad Pandi. So today I will talk about difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So aerobic and anaerobic respiration is a cellular respiration that always begin with glycolysis, which can occur either in the absence or presence of oxygen. Cellular respiration that proceeds in the absence of oxygen is anaerobic respiration. Cellular respiration that proceeds in the presence of oxygen is aerobic respiration. In addition, fermentation. Fermentation is a process in which sugars are transferred into a new product through chemical reactions carried out by microorganisms. Since ancient times, humans have taken advantage of the natural fermentation process to develop many products, including foods, medicines, and fuels. Aerobic defined as process of cellular respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen gas to produce energy from food. This type of respiration commonly found in plant and animal, bird, humans, and other mammals. In this process, water and carbon dioxide are produced as a product. For anaerobic, it is defined as cellular respiration does not use oxygen to produce energy. Sometimes there is not enough oxygen around for some organism to respire, but they still need energy to survive. For fermentation, fermentation defined as a metabolic process that produces chemical changes in an organic substance through the action of enzymes. In biochemistry, it is broadly defined as the extraction of energy from carbohydrates in the absence of oxygen.
So now you are with me. My name is Muhammad Iskandar bin Luqman. So now we are going to talk about fermentation. Fermentation is divided into two parts. So the first one is alcoholic fermentation, and the other one is lactic acid fermentation. So we are going to talk about the alcoholic fermentation first. So the alcoholic fermentation is the process of glucose breaks down into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. So alcoholic fermentation, for example, it is happen in yeast. So it is carried out by living yeast cell under anaerobic condition. So these cells absorb sugar molecule and breaks them into a presence of oxidation and reduce enzyme. As a result, byproduct such as ethanol, carbon dioxide, water, and heat are produced. So alcoholic fermentation also occur in plant. But in plant, ethanol fermentation, that also called alcoholic fermentation, is a biological process which converts sugars such as glucose, fructose, and sucrose into cellular energy, producing ethanol and carbon dioxide as a byproducts. Okay, so the other one is lactic acid fermentation. So lactic acid fermentation is a process of glucose breaks down into lactic acid and energy. For example, yogurt. So lactic acid divided also into two. Lactobacillus as an example. So lactobacillus is carried out milk fermentation to produce curd. Lactobacillus acts on lactose and convert it to lactic acid. So lactic acid then convert casein into curd or yogurt. Lactic acid is the cause of the sour taste in the yogurt. Okay, so the other example of lactic acid fermentation on human muscle cells. It is also happen on human muscle cells. So byproduct of anaerobic metabolism, in which the body produce energy without using oxygen. Since the discovery of lactic acid, the popular notion has been that it is responsible for muscle fatigue and also tissue damage, introduced by the lactic acid following an intense workout. So now we are going to talk about difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. There are 9 differences that has been listed down below. So the first one, aerobic respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen, and while the aerobic respiration occurs in the absence of oxygen. The second one, aerobic respiration found in all higher plant and animal, while anaerobic usually found in organism. The third one, aerobic respiration occurs inside the cell, while anaerobic occurs anywhere. So next, the next one, aerobic respiration occurs in the cytoplasm and mitochondria, while anaerobic respiration occurs only in cytoplasm. So next, aerobic respiration occurs through glycolysis pyruvate oxidation, TCA cycle, electron transport chain, and ATP synthesis, while anaerobic respiration occurs through glycolysis and incomplete breakdowns of pyruvate. So the next one, aerobic respiration generates 36 ATP per glucose molecule, while anaerobic respiration generates 2 ATP per glucose molecule. So the next one, aerobic respiration is non-toxic to the organism, while the anaerobic respiration is toxic to higher organism. Only a certain plant that can endure it, such as paddy. So the next one, the end product of aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and water, while anaerobic respiration, the end product of fermentation in yeast are ethanol and carbon dioxide. In animal, the end product is lactic acid. So we go down to the last one. The last one is the aerobic respiration, the substrate is oxidized completely into carbon dioxide and water, while the anaerobic respiration, the substrate is incompletely oxidized. So in addition, we are going to talk about the difference between aerob respiration and fermentation. So the first one, the aerob respiration is the complete breakdown of glucose in the presence of oxygen, while the fermentation is the incomplete breakdown of glucose in the absence of oxygen or the limited oxygen condition. The second is the aerob respiration occurs in the cytoplasm and mitochondria, while the fermentation occurs in the cytoplasm. The third one, the aerob respiration produces water, while the fermentation does not produce water. The fourth one, the aerob respiration, the glucose is completely oxidized into carbon dioxide and water, while the fermentation, the glucose is incompletely oxidized to ethanol and carbon dioxide or lactic acid. And the fifth one, for aerob respiration, one molecule of glucose produce 2,898 kilojoule, while for fermentation, one molecule of glucose produce 210 kilojoule for alcoholic fermentation and 150 kilojoule for lactic acid fermentation. So for the conclusion is, in conclusion, aerobic and anaerobic process having various difference and occur in different condition and environment. This process is also an important cycle or in plant in order to survive in different environment. In addition, fermentation is also one of the anaerobic process that occur in certain condition. That's all from us. Thank you.